All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, funny enough, I'm actually in the middle of making some pasta here. Didn't want to leave the stovetop like unattended, go in the other room, film, make a thumbnail, and just sit in there for a while and just forget about it. I have a tendency of doing that kind of stuff. But in any case, I'm sitting here scrolling through Twitter, and I see that Joe Douglas was at a fan event speaking. And of course, Boomer Esiason, I think it was with WFAN, Boomer Esiason was there, and he asked him a question in front of, tons of fans. What's going on with Aaron Rodgers? Of course, that question has to come up. It's been the main talking point here since the Super Bowl. And Joe Douglas basically said, hey, he's coming. And the crowd went ballistic. Rightfully, I mean, if I was there, I would have gone nuts too. And on one hand, like, my first reaction is like, okay, what's going on with like the tampering thing? Did Joe Douglas cross the line here? Because technically, as we all know, Rodgers is still a member of the Green Bay Packers. But on the other hand, this isn't a normal situation that a general manager is typically in, right? Standing on a stage with a great former quarterback, getting asked a question about what his plan is at the quarterback position moving forward in front of a ton of fans. I don't know exactly how many people were there, but it definitely sounded like a lot. And, if you are in that position, you got all these Jets fans looking at you, like, you're probably going to try to like hype them up a little bit. So I'm not going to sit here and, get all like, Joe Douglas, like, what was that? What do we do? What are we doing? I don't want to get too much into the tampering thing. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be something that the NFL is going to be looking at here. But I'll say this, we've heard every rumor under the sun, whether it's the Jets holding out, the Packers holding out, it's a contract issue, it's a trade compensation issue. All these different factors, the McAfee show, Rodgers' Twitter presence, the Brandon Marshall interview, like, it goes on and on and on. We've heard every rumor, every report at this point. And look, all signs are pointing to Rodgers coming to the Jets at some point in time. I think at this point, right, what is today? Friday, April 9th? At this point, it's just a matter of when. I think that's really what it comes down to here. Rodgers was just working out with Allen Lazard, new Jets wide receiver. And I wish I had that exact date. He's going to be a Jet by next week or the week after draft day, whatever it is. But I think if I had to put my best guess out there, it would probably be the day before, 2 days before the NFL draft. I do think the NFL draft, I said this in a couple videos here, I do think that weekend, that 3-day period is kind of the soft deadline. But we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you somewhat irritated at this, or are you kind of feeling the opposite where it's like, hey, Joe Douglas confirmed that Aaron Rodgers will be a Jet? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for bearing with me too. I know this isn't, the best situation here, but I appreciate it. As always, go Jets.